We all needed it. So joining us on Good Things today to tell us a little more is Thomas, the creator. So welcome, Thomas.
Hey, how's it going, Rebecca?
Oh, man, it's going good, and I've looked forward to this conversation because this thing has gotten us cracked up, and we have had so much fun just pondering it and talking about it. So what inspired you to even create the Mosquito Flag to begin with?
Well, since I've moved down here, there's been a lot of talk about changing the flag. And I did it as a joke, really, just to pick fun at my coworker who was against changing it. And I figured everyone can get behind a mosquito. You know, everyone knows it. Everyone recognizes the symbol, you know, the insect. And I just feel like it'd be funny. It'd be a pretty funny thing.
Well, I would say that most of us who are born and raised in Mississippi, Thomas, think it's the state bird
Yes.
because
Yes.
there's so many mosquitoes in our backyards, and we loathe those things, and they bring us so much haste, at least this time of year. So our collective hate for the mosquito is definitely something we can all get behind. Okay, so you had this idea to pick on your coworker or whatever it may be to make the mosquito flag and to bring some just lightness to the conversation. How did you even go about then submitting it? It's one thing to have the idea. It's the next thing to put it on paper and hit the send button. So how did that work?
Well, I had made it maybe a week or two before they were accepting designs. I had made it in about 5 minutes on Photoshop. And it's not the prettiest design. It's the only draft I made of it. It took me, I just Googled, Mississippi state flag redesigns, and I Googled mosquito silhouette. And there were some of the first things that popped up, so I threw them together. And as soon as I saw they were accepting designs, I sent an email to the Mississippi Department of Archives. I think that's what I did. You know, the people I did. And for weeks, I didn't hear nothing about it.
So then did you, Thomas, get a formal response from Mississippi Department of Archives and Histories that said that your flag had made the cut? Or at that point, I'm guessing your flag was probably just part of the 3,000 plus designs that had come in during the open call the Department of Archives and Histories put out for flags. So I guess my question is, when did you know that your flag had sort of made it into a top tier?
Well, I had just left work, and my coworker who I was poking fun at, he texted me and told me, "Look, man, your flag made it into the final 148." And he said he would raise it proudly too, which really, you know, it was really something. So I was shocked, and they had emailed me that day, but I didn't notice it until the day after, until after everything had died down about my flag being in the final 148.
So how did life change after that flag kind of went viral, Thomas? We're talking about the Mississippi Mosquito Flag because it has become meme central on Twitter and Facebook, and just about everybody who lives and breathes in Mississippi has seen the thing and chuckled at it.
Yes. Well, it was a shock. It was a shock, Rebecca. I went to Google and I typed it in, and I saw The Guardian had reported on it, and that blew my mind. And I took to Twitter and I saw all the love it was getting, and my friends started messaging me and telling me that I was in it and stuff like that. It's just so crazy. I just can't believe it. I still can't believe it's getting such love from people.
Well, I think, and I said this when we first started Good Things, Thomas, and we are a politics-free zone here, but it was a lighthearted moment we all needed, right? You know, like when things are very, very tense in anything, and then someone cracks the right joke at the right time, and everybody busts it laughing, and it completely just de-escalates the mood. That is exactly what the Mississippi Mosquito Flag kind of did for everybody in at least who was talking around it or about it or sort of thinking it. So it was just the breath of fresh air that everybody sort of needed. But it didn't last long on the sort of the top tier list. So you did get removed. They said it was an accident. So how did that all happen? Were you given any back reason on why the mosquito flag was removed from the top tier or anything like that?
No, they had sent me an email telling me that somebody wanted to contact me. That was the only conversation we've had between us. They never gave me no formal reason why they took it out.
I think they should have left it up to the Mississippi public to vote on it, just to see maybe where it would have gone.
They would have.
I know, and I'll have to say, Thomas, on our C Spire text line, Darren and Jackson says the mosquito flag is my desktop picture on my computer at home. And then Lisa and Clara says, I want a mosquito flag for my Windows sticker. And so I have to ask, I mean, now that it's no longer in the running for the official Mississippi state flag, you created it. It's your design. Have you thought about taking this all the way where we can still support you proudly if we wanted to?
Yes, Rebecca, I'm in the process of working with somebody right now. We're getting the final details straightened out. But I plan to sell it for charity. We're going to raise money for charity, actually, with it.
That is amazing, Thomas. Do you know who you're going to tie it to?
When I find out the details, I'll be glad to share with you so you can help to get the word out for it.
Absolutely. I think you will have a flood of people who will want to at least just mark this moment in time, again, that brought us so much humor and also sort of, brought us together. It bridged us together in a time where there was so much divide, because we can all just laugh at, the hystericalness of it, or, the fact that it just caught our attention and it broke our mindsets in the way that we definitely needed. But you are still quite the artist. I mean, it took an artist's mindset to even know to go to Google and get the different graphics and put it together, even though you say it's not a great draft. So when did you get interested in art? And when you're not poking fun at what's going on politically, what kind of art do you do on the side?
I don't do much art on the side, Rebecca. I like to make memes. Memes have become such a big thing the past couple of years. And I've spent many hours just making memes. And I feel like this is the one that really struck a nerve with people, at all of them.
It did on both sides, because it's just too funny not to love, right? It's just too funny.
Yeah.
It says everything it needs to say just in of its design, and the fact that it is our state bird, and I will hold on to that here in Mississippi, the mosquito. Well, I know your life has been turned upside down in probably the best ways, Thomas. If we want to at least support you or keep up with what's going on with this mosquito flag and what's coming up next, are you on any specific social platform where we can do that?
You can follow me or on Facebook at Thomas Rosete, or on Twitter at Rosete Thomas, RoseteThomas, and I'll be sure to post updates there. And
all your other meme artwork, I would assume?
Oh, my meme artwork is on Reddit at username they call me Lunchbox, if they're really dedicated to me.
So where did you get your sense of humor, Thomas? Because I feel like we all need a little bit of that in our life, just sort of taking the lighthearted approach to it.
I've always been a fan of comedy, from George Carlin to Dave Chappelle to, Joe Rogan and other comedians of today. And all my life, I feel like I've been surrounded by memes. Just funny pictures that people send, that share around just to, make each other smile and laugh and to make the day easier. That's what really influenced me, I guess.
Well, you made all of our days easier by creating such an image that can bring laughter as well as joy and a good conversation around. So for that, Thomas, I thank you. And the C Spire text lines continuing to give you love, wanting to know when they can purchase the mosquito meme or the mosquito flag, should I say, or a sticker. And I look forward to having you back on Good Things and sharing all the details when those are available. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for giving me this platform. And I hope next time we speak, I will have good news to share about the flag.
You will. I feel that. All righty. We thank you, Thomas. Thank you all for chiming in on the C Spire text line, but stick with us. We've got more good news.